United Nations COP30 climate conference is now underway in Brazil, where countries have been asked to show up with their updated plans to fight climate change. Canada's delegation is led by the Environment Minister, and Canadian youth delegates are also joining the trip. One of them is Lucas Allen, and he joins us live now from Brazil. Lucas, good to chat to you from Brazil this morning. How are things going at COP30 right now? And I'm curious, as a Canadian youth delegate, with the plans announced just even yesterday by the Prime Minister for more development, more in the energy and resource sector, how has that gone over in terms of Canada's environmental reputation?
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm here at the conference. There's a lot of pavilions and booths behind me. So Canada is very engaged in the process here at COP. And so the environmental minister is here, of course, and so is Canada's chief negotiator. And so, yeah, we have our own pavilion. There have been a lot of events going there. The minister has been involved. The negotiator has also and meet the goals that have been set in the Paris Agreement.
Right. From the Paris Agreement, though, in terms of Canada's sort of newfound, this new Liberal government's sort of focus perhaps on more resource intensive, projects, etc. Has that been discussed? Has anybody been talking about what Canada is doing now vis-a-vis the last decade?
Yeah, so Canada is really looking forward, especially to meet their 2035 goals, and so that's something that they've been talking about at the conference. And especially all the countries are looking to submit all their goals from the Paris Agreement, which are called NDCs. And so at that point, there will be a much better idea of where exactly the world is headed. And so Canada is looking to become more sustainable and decarbonize the industry as well.
What do the youth delegates do there? I mean, clearly, like you mentioned, the environment minister is there, some senior officials are there. As a youth delegate, what do you do? What can you do?
So as a youth delegate, I'm here to represent the voices of Canadians and also other youth around the world. And so I do have a party badge as well. So I'm able to access pretty much everywhere except for the official negotiations. And I'm also speaking at a youth pavilion in around 20 minutes. So I'm engaged in all those different areas. And I'm just, other than that, I'm attending different events and seeing what's going on. And you can see around here, this is what it's like at the conference as well.
It looks incredibly active. There's no doubt about that, Lucas. I understand also that there have been a couple of protests or disruptions to the proceedings that they've been unfolding. Can you tell us a bit about what the protests have been about and what's actually happened beyond that?
So yeah, so I haven't actually seen the protests in person, but apparently they have been about Indigenous activists. But here at COP, there has been a lot of Indigenous events and also Indigenous engagement. And so the other Canadian youth delegate is also Indigenous as well. So I've gone to a few of those events. I've seen there's been a lot of cultural activity around that. But today I came in through the side door, but besides that, I'm not exactly too sure what is going on with the protests.
Okay,
but it seems very peaceful from what I've heard. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, that is Canadian youth delegate Lucas Allen joining us live from COP30 Brazil this morning. Lucas, thanks for taking the time.
Thanks so much.
All right, more CP24 breakfast coming up right after this. Your headline.